Good morning. Show starts in 4 minutes, you heard? Let's go. Show starts in 2.5 minutes, you heard? Good morning. I said good morning. Hey, hey. 1, 2, 3, let's go. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. My name is KaleafWins, and welcome to the Morning Motivation Show. You heard? I hope everybody having a good day today. I hope everybody having a good day. The Morning Motivation Show is a quick pick-me-up in the morning before you go to work, before you start your day, so you can see something that can get you revved up, because I know one thing for sure. Remix. I know one thing for sure. I need something that I can have fun to and bop to in the morning when I wake up to. Today's topic is don't chase, attract what you want. Again, today's topic is don't chase, attract what you want. And as we start every show with our quick pick-me-ups, let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? What's up? Hey, hey. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? I said, hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? What's up? Let's start with our quick pick-me-ups for today. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. Ain't that a fact? You need to feel at peace more than you need to feel in control. Ain't that a fact? You made the best decision you could with the information you had at the time. Oh my God, that's a fact. I hope something beautiful happens to you today. To everybody watching, no matter where you at, I hope something beautiful happens to you today. That's a fact. Become a ghost. Forget attention. Just grow in private. That's a fact. Life always begins with one step out of your comfort zone. That's a fact. You are what you think about the most of the time. Remember that. On your way to the work, don't let them negative thoughts pile up. You are what you think about most of the time. Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? Come on. Change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. That's a fact. The only impossible journey is the one you'll never begin. Think about it. Hey. You'll be amazed at what you can attract after you start believing in what you deserve. That's a fact. If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll be right. That's a fact. So live it up, live it up, live it up now. And like we always say, I want everybody watching this, repeat after me. Today is my day no matter what. I won't let anybody in my office get me down. I won't let any hater get me down in my life. I won't let any negative text get me down. I won't let me stress myself out. I decide today to have a great day. I don't think you hear me. Repeat after me. Today is my day no matter what. I won't let any hater in my office get me down. I won't let myself stress me out. I decide today to have a great day. What are you deciding today? What's on your mindset today? What's your morning motivation? Put it in the comments. And good morning, good morning. What's up? Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? Hey, hey. I hope you're feeling good this morning right now. We about to have a great show today. And we will start it off. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's KaleafWins. The topic of today is don't chase, attract what you want. And let's get into the topic of the show.
Hey, we don't chase, baby. We attract. What belongs to me will come to me.
Fact.
What belongs to me will find me with ease.
You gotta stop chasing people. Like legit chasing people. You can't chase things, period.
Fact.
You know how they say, chase your dreams. No. Align with your dreams. You don't chase it. I get the concept, right? Like, okay, there's your motivation. Understood. Appreciate that. However, it's about aligning with it. And just because you want it doesn't mean you're going to align with it. That's the difficult part for people, right?
Facts.
They're like, but wait, I want it. So how could I not align with it? Because you might be wanting it because you're not whole, right? So if you're wanting a person and you're like, I need this person to make me whole, you haven't realized that people aren't life rafts, that no one externally will ever make you happy internally.
Boy.
So you don't chase things because you feel like that's going to make you whole. You align with it when you're good.
Desire often creates paradoxical effect. The more you want something, the more you chase after it, the more it eludes you.
If you are in a state of, oh my God, I'm going to be so screwed, so damaged, so sad or hurt if I do not get this desire that I want, that's when all of your power, all of your magnetism is going out. What you need to do is redirect that back inside. And how I do this is understanding that, you know what, if I don't get this job, if I don't get this car, I'm going to be okay. Yeah, my life might be more difficult, but I'm going to be living and breathing. I'm going to be okay. And once you realize that you're still going to be living and breathing without this material object, or that you don't need something else outside of you to meet your needs, essentially my process looks like letting go of the need for it. You don't have to let go of the desire, but letting go of the need. I need to check off these boxes in order to be happy. Let go of that. And the second thing is acting as if. But you have to do both. It's like you have to let go of the need instead of letting go of the desire. And also having conviction, which
is you got to know exactly what your purpose is in life, and you should be living that purpose every single day. Because every single day, you should be upgrading your mindset. You can't continue to think like the person you was last month if you plan on getting to where you want to go next year. It just isn't going to work. You got to upgrade your thinking. Secret number 3 is you need to get a mentor. You got to have somebody there that understands the mental process that you're going through and what you're really looking to achieve in life, because they've already done it.
That's a fact. What's going on, everybody? Today's topic is don't chase, attract what you want. Listen, this topic literally came about, and let me rewind. Number 1, how you doing this morning? You know what I'm saying? How's your mindset this morning? How you feeling this morning? I want to reiterate some things to you, yo. If we're breathing, we are here for a reason. This is the morning motivation show. This ain't the perfection show. You heard what I'm saying? This ain't the I got my stuff together show. Nope. This is the, yo, how can we get the mental quick pick-me-ups, the tools, the examples to help improve our mindset in our life. It all starts in our head. And a lot of times when it comes to my life, especially, I have to work daily. I'm talking throughout my day to just focus my mind and get on the target of what I want. Because when them negative thoughts start piling up, when them things get in your mind and you're not where you want to be, you're not where you want to go, I'm like, man, why am I not where I need to be? And my homegirl or somebody who I met on a TikTok live stream last Saturday or Friday, I forget which day it was, we had a great conversation about how opportunities open up. And she said something that literally blew my mind. Big shout out to Miss Venus Goddess on TikTok. She said this one thing to a friend of ours when we were on a live stream. She said, hear me out, peep game. She said, you ever try to chase a bumblebee? You can't, right? It's like impossible. She said, you have to be the honey and you will attract every bumblebee. And I was like, oh my God, that is such a fact. Think about it in your life. How many times, and I'm talking about from the smallest thing to the biggest thing, you ever notice that you've attracted certain things in your life and then some things that you try to chase and you've been chasing for a long period of time? Maybe you've been chasing that job. Maybe you've been chasing a check. I know about me, I used to be a heavy check chaser. What do I mean? I used to be a person who just overthinks a particular process. I'm like, yo, why is it that I can't grasp it? Why is it I can't attain it? And then there's some areas of my life, like she said, using her example, I was trying to chase opportunities like a bumblebee. But then there's other times in my life when I was just focused on me, building myself up, building my mindset up, focusing on what I love to do. And then I became the honey in life. And every opportunity I was trying to chase previously came directly towards me. And that literally prompted me this weekend to say, you know what? Let me think about certain things in my life where I was attracting opportunities versus being exhausted from the chase of opportunities. And that's what today's show is about. But before I start off the show and the topics and things of that nature, please, if you want to support my show, share and subscribe my YouTube video or this video to somebody who might need this information first and foremost. Secondly, I'm bringing this show to bigger and better levels. I want to get new equipment, new gear, new background, new opportunities to go speak with people live. Please, if you love my content, support my content, hit me up via Cash App, $KaleafWins, or hit me in the link in bio to support my show because I'm trying to bring it to another level. But think about this. What are some areas in your life? Because I've thought heavy about this because I want to be more of an attractor of things that I want versus a chaser. It's exhausting chasing things all the time. But what opportunities in your life where you didn't have to try, they came to you because you were in alignment. Think about what was said in the video in certain parts. Let's just review this for a hot second, because I really want you to catch what people are saying.
Because you're not whole, right? So if you're wanting a person and you're like, I need this person to make me whole, you haven't realized that people aren't life rafts, that no one externally will ever make you happy internally.
Whoa, let's pause there. Remember when we were all teenagers? Or if you are a teenager right now, we're like, yo, I'm just chasing this one individual, just chasing this one person. Yo, what's going on? But then when you just got yourself together, when you got your mind in alignment with who you are, the person that you wanted, they just came to you. You know what I'm saying? The opportunities came to you. You started attracting the opportunities by just going inward instead of chasing outward. More people are saying.
So you don't chase things because you feel like that's going to make you whole. You align with it when you're good.
Desire.
And think about that. What have we aligned with in our life? Again, this episode literally was like most of my episodes, they're very introspective. The reason I create these episodes is because I'm on a journey like you're on a journey. But me, I'm so anal retentive, you know what I'm saying? I'm so like comprehensive about my search. I'm like, yo, this information is not just for me. It's probably for other people. If you're a person that wants to start a business, or let's say you're a person in your first year of business, or you started your business during the pandemic and business is going slow, you're like, yo, I never had to chase sales or chase opportunities. I would attract them. But think about it. I went into an in-depth research. What have I attracted in my life in the past like few years that I didn't have to work for? And what are the things that I chased to exhaustion? Listen up to what more things. I'm going to rewind this. I want you to really catch these things.
Often creates paradoxical effect. The more you want something, the more you chase after it. The more it eludes you.
If you are in a state of, oh my God, I'm going to be so screwed, so damaged, so sad or hurt if I do not get this desire that I want, that's when all of your power, all of your magnetism is going out. What you need to do is redirect that back inside. And how I do this is understanding that, you know what, if I don't get this job, if I don't get this car, I'm going to be okay. Yeah, my life might be more difficult, but I'm going to be living and breathing. I'm going to be okay. And once you realize that you're still going to be living and breathing without this material object, or that you don't need something else outside of you to meet your needs, essentially my process looks like letting go of the need for it.
Facts.
You don't have to let go of the desire, but letting go of the need. I need to check off these boxes in order to be happy.
And that's the thing. What have you been searching outwardly, but for some reason you can't grasp it? And then what are the things in your life where you just like detach from such the desire? Nobody's saying be lazy. Trust and believe, because I am anti-laziness. I'll be honest with you, the thing that helps me shake off a lot of cobwebs is that I have to take daily action towards what I want. Yes, we have a desire. Yes, we have the goals to go for what we want. But what is the thing that is stopping us to get what we want, whether it's goals, whether it's promotions, whether it's start a business, whether it's sales? Everybody wants something in life. Don't get it twisted. For those people that might hate and be like, oh my God, this is sounding for people who are thirsty. We ain't talking about just desire. Let me break this down real quick. Let me add this. How do you view your past? That's the place that I started off first when it comes to how can I attract more opportunities versus chasing things to exhaustion. And I said to myself, I thought about it. I said, how do you view your past? Our past in totality, it's a story of that things that you cobble together with incomplete facts. Woo! And incomplete facts means how you view or perceive what you went through in the past and how it affected how you responded to it, and now how it affects how you act or react now. Everything that we do starts and ends in the mind. And anything that we try to explore is on the basis. The action we take to which we're trying to explore, how we either detach or attach to a situation, is based on what we went through in the past. That's why I had to start, and I suggest everybody look in your mind and start in your past. What are the areas, I repeat, in your life that you've attracted to things that you wanted without even trying and they came to you, versus the things that you kept on searching and it didn't work out? Let me make this real simple and ghetto. I'm gonna bring it back to Brooklyn right quick. I'm gonna be honest with you. And fellas, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do something for the fellas, I'm gonna do something for the ladies. Fellas, you know how you just like, yo, I'm trying to bag this girl, but for some reason she's not noticing me. I'm not trying to get I'm getting no feedback. You know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to holler at me. Nothing. And then you just stop. You immediately stop and say, you know what? I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to get my glow up. I'm going to be so passionate about what I'm doing. And then that person you were trying to talk to, they literally start noticing what you're on, what frequency you're on. A big shout out to Infinite Talks Podcast, the frequency guy, homeboy Eric Castillo. Subscribe and follow him on Spotify. But real talk, what type of frequency that you're on? And then you start attracting people to that frequency. I'll give you another example, fellas, then we're going to go to the ladies. Fellas, we know how it is. We on the block, and somebody magnificently gorgeous walks past the block. And there's always that friend that's like, oh, my God, yeah, I ain't going to talk to her because, she look conceited. And they use that dumb, deflective, egotistical thing. I'm not going to do this because of this and try to talk bad. You know what that is? That person that says that doesn't take the opportunity to say hi or come through and introduce himself respectfully, they are trapped in their past patterns and their lack of mental and internal ability to think about what they can attain, achieve, or who they can interact with, because they have that thought in their mind that men and women both have, certain men and women have, when it comes to searching for opportunity. They think that's way out of their league. What happens? We all said, oh, I'm not good enough for that opportunity. And that mindset, that thought comes from, and I repeat, how we view our past. And our past is a story that you have cobbled together with incomplete facts. And incomplete facts means how you view, perceive what you went through in the past, and how it affected how you responded to it, and how it affects how you respond and act to it now. Anything that you look at, ladies, you're probably scrolling online, and you're like, you know what? Yo, why is it that I can't, go get this, start this business? Or why is it that I can't do this? And you see certain things, ladies, and you're like, Dad, he probably is not going to talk to me. Or, Dad, I'm not going to be able to run a business like this person. And that comparison enemy in all of our minds, men and women, in all of our minds, starts to block us because of how our past views our current capabilities. That's what I have to start with. In order to attract anything, we have to initially look inward. What is inside of me? What is the history system, the recollection system, our memory system that is blocking us to even take that first step? That's where we start with. And here's where we go. You have to first ask yourself, why are you chasing what you're chasing? What's your why? Write down the reasons why you want something, why you want to start a business, why you want to do this, and why you want to do that. Just write it down. Sometimes we have to see things on paper because our mind plays tricks on us and it creates blocks that don't even exist. You've heard the saying, how it goes. Fear is false experiences appearing real. I repeat, the word fear is an acronym of false experiences appearing real. After you write down your why, the reasoning as to why you want something and you want to attract it and why you want it, really identify your why and make it as clear as possible. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to start a business. Great. Why? How does it make you feel? What is the sense of accomplishment you'll get for attaining it? Why is it specifically at your core you want that thing? When you write down, clearly define, you can use your why as your fuel daily. I'm going to give you an example. When I started the Morning Motivation Show, I was like, I really want to do this show. I don't want it trapped on one app. No shot at TikTok or anything like that, but I just really did not want it in a small phone frame because I wanted to express myself freely. I wanted to show people things on the screen, information, helpful information, and I didn't want the helpful information to just rely on my conversation. I want to add other elements. And then I had to check myself like 6 months ago. I said, okay, why do you want to do the Morning Motivation Show? A, because I need a person to quick pick me up in the morning. And I wish that there was valuable, helpful information that wasn't fluff. Not another guru saying, how do you go viral? Not another person acting like they were perfect. I needed an imperfect show. I created what I needed. You know what I'm saying? I wrote that down. See how specific I am? Reason, intent, and feeling, and desire. I had to look inward. Ask yourself what my why was, then clearly define it and write it down. Last thing, how I use my why is my fuel daily. My Morning Motivation Show literally is for me because I'm like, yes, I want to help people. That's the starting point I want to help people with. But what do I want to help people doing what I love to do, which is, sharing information. I was a workshop facilitator for 16 years in New York City, social service organizations, helping out individuals that came from harsh situations. That's been my whole career. But that's something I love to do. I've always loved to do workshops. I always love to speak to rooms of people. And as I was writing down my why, I was like, wow, what I love to do, my desire to do this, how can I make it clear as possible? And before the show even started on YouTube Live, I said, this is how I want it to look like. And then every day as it happened, I was working on it. I was so driven that I started attracting people that were calling me and say, hey, yeah, I heard you can do this. And people was giving me the information that I was trying to chase and find on my own. And they gave it to me because my mind was focused on what I want to do. So first you have to ask yourself, why are you chasing what you're chasing? Second, I asked myself, why haven't I gotten what I want on my next level of what I want? I'm launching a few more shows, before the birth of my son. And again, if you really want to help the baby registry, I'm having my son in like 3 to 4 weeks. Please hit my link in bio. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to have a son. You know the vibe. Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate you. But literally the second question I asked myself, and I want to share the second question I want you to ask yourself is, why haven't you gotten what you want? How do you think about what you want daily? Again, getting back, starting with the mind. In order to attract, we have to analyze internally, how do I think about what I want daily? Am I refusing the opportunity because I'm doubting myself before I even try? Am I creating such a negative energy in my mindset? Because we can't attract with an internal negative vibe. Second, we are at places today that our thoughts have brought us to from the past. Again, where we are today is based on the thoughts that has brought us to the point where we are right now. But we have the power to change our entire situation. Oh, you think I'm talking fluff? Oh, you think I'm just, talking just empty motivation, stuff that doesn't apply to you. If you're in school right now, that was an initial vision you had to go to school. If you're in that marriage right now, that relationship right now, whether male or female, those things, that accomplishment started with thoughts and desires internally, right? We have what we have today based on the thoughts, the programming, the process, everything in our mind to get to where we are right now. Next, how the lack mindset got us to where we don't get what we want. Real talk. All of us fight daily with a particular degree, whether high or very small, of a lack mindset that we have to fight back every day. I was watching a great Israel Adesanya this weekend in UFC, I think 287, where he got back his championship belt, and nobody thought, well, people thought, I thought, but a lot of people thought that he could not get his belt against a competitor with heavy hands who can literally knock somebody out in a slight punch and a big guy. But what Adesanya said in his speech, he made it very clear. He said it was the mindset. Then he said, I had to fortify my mind daily to focus on what I want. Not be unrealistic, but I had to fortify my mind. And whatever you want, you just have to go and get it and put in the work. The man did to himself internally what we should all do. Setting your mind, understanding your why, being clear about your why you want to get what you want to get so it doesn't hold you back. And that's why the second area is, why haven't we gotten what I want? Is that we got to check the lack mindset that got us to where the point where we're not attracting what we want. Write down the areas of your doubts on that other side of that piece of paper. One side, what is your why? Why is your why? Make it clearly defined. Why you desire, make it specific and clear. Then write out these doubts and then see how fear, false experiences appearing real internally within us, is messing up our internal energy and vibe that is blocking opportunities from us. And lastly, what have your actions accomplished? Write out every action that you've taken in the past 6 months towards what you're doing or what you're trying to accomplish now. This is big, and when I wrote out this panel, I do that a lot. I do a lot of weekly self-auditing. This is super big because a lot of times our mind lies to ourselves about the progress we make or do not make. You know what I'm saying? One big thing, if you're a go-getter, and I'm a go-getter, and if you're on Discord, follow KaleafWins, the go-getter server. I have a go-getter server on Discord. I'll have the link in bio later. But it's when you're a go-getter, when you're a person that wants to start, wants to really move forward in your business, want to start a business, want to do big things instead of just working a job, coming home, going to sleep, repeat pattern. Wake up, rush to a job, rush home, cook food, eat, sleep. If you want to just break that pattern, you always got to say, okay, what have I accomplished? And a lot of times we might lie to ourselves two ways. The first way, again, the show was called Don't Chase, Attract What You Want. We're in the area of why we haven't gotten what we want, and we're still in the mindset area. And I'm going to break it down clearly with this video I'm about to share in terms of the mindset and how that works. Write down what you have done to work towards accomplishing what you want on paper in the past 6 months. You think that's impossible? Here's the best way I track it. I look at my notes app in my phone. If you're a person that writes notes apps, or you're a person that sends emails to yourself, so voicemails to yourself, things of that nature, look at that. Then look at your texts. How have you been communicating for the past 6 months? What has been your action? Because we lie to ourselves two ways. We might say, yeah, I do a lot every day to do this. Yeah, working harder is not working smarter. And then another way, we have to write down the actions that we've taken towards what we want in the past 6 months. We might want to do so much stuff, we do a little action. When you see yourself on paper, excuse me, you see your progress. I personally strongly advise everybody, look at what you've done on paper, keep a track, because it not only encourages you weekly to say, you know what, I have been working hard, but let me work smarter. Or it helps you look at yourself on paper and you say, you know what, I haven't put in 100%. And let me clarify this when it comes to this show. Let me just play this. I want you guys to receive everything.
Circle is your mind, the small circle is your body, and that leads to the results that you're getting in your life. There are two parts to your mind, the part where you think and the part that you feel. And it's the thoughts that you think that sets up how you feel, and how you feel controls the actions you take, and the actions you take leads to the results that you attract to yourself. So let's walk through this. In order to get what you want in life, you got to start visualizing exactly what you want. Mistake people make is they visualize what they don't want. Okay. Yep. And because they visualize what they don't want, it causes them to believe in what they don't want. It's pretty crazy how that happens. But the bottom line here is you want to visualize what you do want, which is the positive. Keep visualizing as if it's already happened. And through the repetition of you seeing it and feeling the emotion of it, you're going to start to believe it. And
Facts.
Key word here, guys, emotional repetition. And through the emotional repetition, you're going to form that emotion called belief. And then that belief is going to control what you start to do, how you act, how you carry yourself, meaning you're going to start acting as if it's already happened. And the reason why you're acting that way is because why? You believe it. And since you're acting that way, you will attract the circumstances, the people, and that ends up putting you in a position to receive. So the question here is, are you visualizing what you want?
That's it right there. When I saw this video, I was like, yo, that is the formula. That is the simple formula of how to gain attraction to attract what you want. The simple formula. But like I shared in the previous slides, I go through a thought process. We have to all start within. What is our why? Why do we want what we want? Then secondly, why haven't we gotten what we want? And I really want you to hear this one part in this video right here where he goes, this very important part. Listen.
It causes them to visualize what they don't want. It causes them to.
And that's the negative area. Think about it. You can study success based on how you have negatively talked to yourself, and then flip that negative and make it a positive, meaning if I haven't gotten what I want, that's because there was a negative internal circumstance that set my mind to a different mindset that pushes away opportunity. So that means scientifically, if I desire certain things and I want to attract it, I just have to use the same strategies that got me to the place that I am right now to flip it and then reverse that thought process to attract what I want. Peep what he said.
Believe in what they don't want. It's pretty crazy how that happens. But the bottom line here is you want to visualize what you do want, which is the positive. Keep visualizing as if it's already happened. And through the repetition of you seeing it and feeling the emotion of it, you're going to start to believe it. And key word here, guys, emotional repetition. And
emotional repetition. Think about that. If you desire something, it's how you think about it. And then you have to create that feeling from your visualizations. Everything is hard work, yo. Everything we do has the basis of putting in the work. And I say to myself all the time, and I share with everybody, because again, I got to keep it real. I'm not going to say something on my show that don't apply to my life, because that's false advertisement. You heard what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. I'm not sharing like information with people that I'm not going to apply with myself. I create this show literally as if I needed it, and because I know if I need it, there's the people in the world that do need this, that does do grammar too early in the morning. Maybe I need to get my coffee. That does need this information. Think about the thought process.
Through the emotional repetition, you're going to form that emotion called belief. And then that belief is going to control what you start to do.
That belief is going to control what you start to do. Again, we have to study the patterns of what got us here. That was the negative side. We have feelings and visualizations of negative outcomes. Those feelings and negative feelings of the negative outcomes thoughts led to feelings of negative outcome, and then it affected what we do. You see that third step right there? Think about it. Let's use the same tools that got us to a place where we did not want to be at, to not get what we want to get, and then apply them to the tools that we need mentally and internally to attract opportunities. Listen up.
How you act, how you carry yourself, meaning you're going to start acting as if it's already happened. And the reason why you're acting that way is because why? You believe it. And since you're acting that way, you will attract the circumstances, the people, and that ends up putting you in a position to receive. So the question here is, are you visualizing what you want? The big circle.
Listen. The pattern. Are you visualizing what you want? The outcomes that you want? Visualizing, meaning putting it at practice on a daily basis. Are you feeling what that feels about? What did I say about what's your why? You have to really just be as descriptive as possible so you can feel it, the emotional repetition. Then when you start to feel it, you start to take action and act as if. I make it real simple. I was not financially in a place in my life because I kept on repetitiously visualizing the negative outcomes of not having the money that I want. And it created a feeling of, dag, I don't have. Then I started moving, taking actions, and attracting that the negative outcome because I kept on thinking about it, then I kept on feeling about it, then I started acting like it, and then it created those ending results. I'll repeat this one more time.
That way, you will attract the circumstances, the people. Happen. And the reason why you're acting that way is because why? You believe it. And since you're acting that way, you will attract the circumstances, the people, and that ends up putting you in a position to receive. So the question here is, are you visualizing what you want?
Think about it. That's the formula. Write down on a piece of paper, as I've done it. What are the thoughts that I want to visualize to create the feelings I need to attract what I want? All right, you want to start a business. Start thinking about what your page will look like, what your social media look like. Don't get into that thing. Oh my God, it sounds like a lot of work. If you want it bad enough, you're going to put in the work. That's a fact. Then get into a thought and emotional repetition of visualizing. We have to invest time in visualizing the positive outcomes we want to create that feeling. Then we get into that emotional repetition. And then that's when we get to this area over here. If you got to put in the work while you're attracting it. What did the formula say? Visualize and have thoughts about a situation. Then let it create a feeling. Then start acting as if you already have it. And here's a good simple step to how we can all do it. Create your weekly action plan. You act like you got the job you want. You act like you started the business you wanted. You have to literally live in the reality as if you want it. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say a quick good morning to my family. Good morning, family. Have a great day. Bye. Bye. Good morning. Have a great day. Enjoy. It's a morning motivation show. It's live. And it's live. Hey, everybody say what's up. Come on. Have a good one. Have a good day. It's live. We live. It's the morning for real. You thought this was just cap? Oh, yeah, it's the morning. My family just went out the house. It's the morning. You know what I'm saying? It's live. But think about it. We have to function as if it has already occurred. You want that relationship? You want to be with that person that treats you the way that you want to feel? You want to have a family? Like, oh boy, should I be this transparent? There was a time in my life for many years I wanted a family, I wanted kids, I wanted to get married. But I kept on visualizing, using my old program in the past. You aren't good in relationships. You're a jerk. You're an a-hole in a relationship. You're this. And I kept myself in that headspace, pause, you know what I'm saying? And that mindset. And then it kept on creating these doubtful feelings. And I wasn't moving accordingly. The family that I have today is a blessing from God. Real talk. Let's talk about that. But then you can be blessed, but you got to put in the work for what you want. Let me pull that back. Let's get back to the formula.
Is your mind, the small circle is your body, and that leads to the results that you're getting in your life. There are two parts to your mind, the part where you think and the part that you feel. And it's the thoughts that you think that sets up how you feel, and how you feel controls the actions you take, and the actions you take leads to the results that you attract to yourself. So let's walk.
Yes. I have the family that I have today because I started positively visualizing, which created a feeling, using the feeling to create an emotional repetition. Within that emotional repetition of living into what I'm doing, that's what you got to put in the work and taking actions as if. We got to put in the work. And then we start attracting the results versus chasing the results. And now I have a daughter. I'm about to have a son. I'm in a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is perfect because I am hard to deal with in real life. You know what I'm saying? In a relationship. But I have what I have because it's the sum of how I've thought of myself, visualized myself, the emotional repetition I took, and then the actions I took, and the detachment of acting as if. Think about it. Let's see some comments right now. Big Kia in the house. She says, fake it until you make it. Yeah, that mentally, that's step one. That's that step right there. When she says fake it until you make it, let me pull it back. That's that step.
Circle is your mind, the small circle is your body, and that leads to the results that you're getting in your life. There are two parts to your mind, the part where you think and the part that you feel. And it's the thoughts that you think that sets up how you feel.
And that's what she means. What she's talking about is the step one, fake it until you make it. It's the thoughts that you think. We have to mentally go there. Mentally go there, and then it creates a feeling. We have to continuously mentally go there. Like I used to hear fake it until you make it. And I was like, yeah, I'll fake it till I make it. But I didn't understand that formula. And the formula to fake it till you make it is this. Let me think about what I want. Let me create that feeling of receiving what I have. Let me move and take action as if I already have it. I'm already there. I know what that feels like. You want to be a famous actor, famous rapper, famous producer, famous personality. You got to act as if. Real talk. Thank you, Kia, for your comment. I'm doing a morning motivation show. I'm already seeing myself speaking, at my show. I know what my setup looks like. I know what the staff I need looks like. I know what the teleprompters look like. I know what everything's going to look like on my show. I know I'm going to go to Midtown, Times Square to go to start this show on a big level. I'm already there. Mentally, I'm there. I create the emotional repetition. I obsess over it. I'm like, yes, this is what my chair is going to feel like. This is what the desk is going to feel like when I do the morning motivation show on that level, or whatever show I do at that time. This is what the teleprompter is going to look like. This is how it's going to feel when I see the red light when the camera's on in that office building. This is what my staff is going to react to. I'm going to look at my staff. I'm already mentally there. Yes, this seemed like just some internet thing. To you, it might look like some internet thing. To me, I'm already in Midtown Manhattan at a video show shoot for my show. And I'm talking, and I'm having a great time. I'm thinking it's making me feel like it, and then I'm acting as if, and now I'm moving as if. Arthur Ashe says, use what you have now to get what you want later. I'm paraphrasing, but use what you have now to get what you want later. As a man thinketh, or a person thinketh, so that they are. We have to fake it till we make it. We have to see it in order to believe it. But no, it's a 3-part process. Let me think about it and visualize that outcome. Let me create that feeling of living in that outcome, and let me move as if I already have it. I already have what I want. That's how you start attracting. Real talk. Let's get to this. Again, we got to work in the meantime. We are thinking about it. Great. We have visualization practice. It helps create a feeling, emotional repetition. But we got to put in the work and act as if. Create your weekly action plan and take the risk weekly that you're scared the most of to get the best return on results. If you're acting as if it already is there, the risks are going to seem small because you're so focused on what you're living in mentally that the risk won't feel like as scary as possible, because when you focus on what you want the most, nothing's gonna stop you. Think about that. Think about the past. That's why I have to start my first slide with, what does your past look like? Is your past lying to you about what you can do in your future opportunities? Or are you dictating what you're gonna do in the future based on past failures? Stop being hard to yourself. I repeat, that is our biggest bully is our thought of ourselves and our capability. Even if you're the most confident person in the world, the biggest enemy is how we perceive and view our ability to do certain things. We can be confident in A, B, C, D, F, G, but when it comes to that G through the letter Z, we might need that extra A through G oomph to get us there. Everybody has insecurity. Stop acting like you perfect. Yes, create the weekly action plan. Take risk as if you're scared of things that you're scared of to get the best results, massive actions. Assess and track your weekly progress. Keep reinforcing your mindset daily with your outcome folder. What do I mean? Like I said this on past shows. You got to have a digital vision board. You have to keep on reinforcing your mind, your vision, what you're trying to get your thoughts put in your mind, whether videos in your phone folders or pictures of your outcome. What does your business office look like? What does your paychecks look like? What does your location look like? Who are you surrounding yourself? You have to reinforce it there. Think about this. Let's use the clues from the negative thought process we had before. We had negative thought process because we had negative outcomes because we had negative thought process because we kept on reinforcing the mindset, reinforcing the feeling, and doing emotional repetition in a negative way. And it got us to not getting what we want. Take those same skills and flip it to the positive. Next, study your past wins. The example I shared earlier. If you study how you won in the past, it'll give you the path of how you win in the future. Remember why you are motivated to do those things and how you felt during those times when you study your past wins. Study your past mental accomplishment patterns that led you to success and the things that you implemented that you're facing now. Let me give you my SGA experience. For those who don't know what SGA is, it means Student Government President. True story, Student Government President. When I was in Wilberforce University, you know, the first alma mater, historically black college university, 1856, you know the vibes. And literally, I felt in my spirit, God said, you know what, go run for SGA president. If you know anything about historically black colleges and universities, that's one of the hardest things to do, to run for like literally student government president at an HBCU. It is difficult. But I focused so hard. I didn't know anything about politics. I didn't know anything, but I knew I wanted to make a change on that campus. And when I tell you, the odds were stacked against me. Even though the odds looked mad and crazy, I was scared daily in that campaign. True story. But I was focusing so much on, I want to help the campus. I want to do this for the campus. I want to create a bond. I want to have these initiatives. I focused so much on what I want mentally, visualizing waking up. I was waking up in panic attacks during that campaign. People think, oh my God, it's not that serious. Listen, go to an HBCU and try to run for SGA president. Let me see how that serious looks like to you. A lot of people run for SGA president is about popularity. A lot of people run for student government president and think about, oh, I'm going to get the attention. I don't need attention. I'm 6'6", almost 300 pounds. Back then, I was like 6'6", like 240. I'm tall, like I'm big. I look like security. Back then, I was a lot skinnier. You know, age. I got the sexy gut now, but you get the vibe. You know what I'm saying? But back then, I was so fixed on my mindset of the outcome that I created an emotional repetition. And every day I was moving as if it already was done. And because of those movements, I started attracting opportunities. That's the formula. What are you thinking about? How was what you're making yourself feel? Think about positive, thinking about the outcomes. Then you're moving as if you already had. I was moving, not in conceit, moving in my visualization, doing what I can daily and putting in the work. Here's the thing that I always say to myself, be nice to yourself. Do it the best that you can every day and focus on your desire, and you will attract what's meant for you. That's one area I'm going to talk about. Yeah, you can have a desire to do this, but a lot of times we might be desiring something that God might be blocking because what we think we want is there to hurt us, not help us. That's why I say write down what you desire and make it as clear as possible on a piece of paper, and then see the roots of why you want it. Because a lot of times we want certain things in our life that is rooted in envy, rooted in trying to get attention, rooted in something that's not going to fill us because we're trying to get something. Like the earlier video I posted earlier said, we're trying to get something to help us feel good inside. That's why we have to check our intention. What is your intention behind what you want in life? Again, the title of the whole show is Don't Chase, Attract What You Want Out of Life. And in the SGA experience, you know, when I became SGA president, I did not believe it was going to happen. But it was a great learning lesson for me. It wasn't about the SGA presidency. It was about, wow, I've accomplished something that was virtually impossible at the time in my mind. That was virtually impossible, technically, from a popularity standpoint, was virtually impossible. But I did it not for me. I did it because my mindset was focused on, I want this change so bad that I'm going to act as if, and I'm going to do what I can every day to the best of my ability. Nobody's perfect. And then, because I want to help that campus. I want to make that impact. I want it just somebody that stands up and represents that, hey, if he can do it, especially with him, because he has a messed up hairdo. In college, my hair was a mess. I was one of them dudes in college with the Method Man hairdo. What am I saying? You know, half of my hair was braided. That's back then when I used to have a hairline days. You know what I'm saying? Half of my hair was braided and the other half was out and messy. I was that dude on my HBCU campus. Yes, and every HBCU got that dude. Half hair braided, the other half is wild, walking with his hair wild. But I started moving different. I started having my braids taken out. I started slicking back my hair. You know, that good half Puerto Rican black hair. You know what I'm saying? I started slicking it back. Looking like a Puerto Rican Steven Seagal up in here. You feel what I'm saying? But I moved different. I attracted different. I got different. So real talk, real everybody, you're here. As you saw the title of the video, it says, don't chase, attract. Look what we've learned so far. The mindset thing. And
how
go
you
back to
feel
this exam. Our thoughts, it starts with our thoughts and what we visualize on a daily basis. Then that feelings that we create of what we want. And then we do emotional repetition. Then we start taking actions and acting as if we already have it. And then it creates the results to attract certain things. That's that first example that I posted out. And then with this information here, the final thought I have for everybody, don't let your past dictate your future. Let me repeat. Here's the final thought that I have for everybody for this show. Don't let your past dictate your future capabilities. Think, act, breathe, and live daily as if you've already attained what you desired. Detach yourself from the stress energy of not having what you want yet and put in the daily work and embrace the discipline of consistency daily to set the environment for your pending success. Think about what I'm saying. We got to put in the daily work and embrace the discipline of consistency daily to set the environment for your pending success. What does that mean? Think about in your past. How have you mentally, emotionally, and physically set the environment for the success that you want and you've achieved it? I'm gonna make this real infantile because I got an 8-year-old daughter and it's real simple. I tell my daughter all the time, my daughter's like, oh my God, I want this toy. Listen, your room is a mess. You ain't getting nothing new in this house, so you need to learn how to clean up your room and be consistent daily and be appreciative of what you already have in order to get something. You can't make room for something new if their space is a mess. Think about that for our lives as adults. We can't ask for this, that, and the other if our house is not in order. I'm talking about our mental house, our emotional house, just in our physical house. Are you setting the environment up for your success? Are you really making it happen for what you want and setting that environment? I repeat. Let me repeat right now. Put in the daily work and embrace the discipline of consistency daily to set the environment for your pending success. We can't complain about what we don't have if we're not putting in the daily work and embracing discipline. And we can't expect any results if we're not consistent daily and setting the environment for your pending success. Listen, that environment could be watch who you talk to on the phone every day. Are you setting the environment for your success? Are you trying to have a successful outcome? Then why are you hanging out with bum-minded people? Why are you hanging around with lack of mindset, doubting people? You know what I'm saying? Why are you hanging around with doubters if you're trying to be a winner? Like KaleafWins always says, if I'm a shark, I don't swim with goldfish, you heard? I can't talk to you if you don't have that winning mindset. I can't be around you if you don't want it bad as I do when you want things in life. Sharks don't swim with goldfish. Stop surrounding yourself with individuals or family members who have that negative mindset and they think lack. They think you can't do it. Nah, we got to be around people like, yo, son, you know what? That seems hard. We can do it, fam. I'm working towards this goal in this industry. You're working towards that goal in that industry. Yes, we can make it happen. That's who you need to hang around with. Remember, we have to set the environment for our success, and a lot of it is based on who are we communicating to on a daily basis. If you're coming at me with complaints, I'm not trying to hear it. It's a dub. I'm off the phone. I'm off the phone. I don't want to hear from you. Real talk. And I tell people, listen, I ain't going to ghost you. Listen, fam, I'm on a particular type of energy vibe right now. I'm trying to get it. I'm in shark mode. I can't have goldfish mindsets. Oh, what you mean, goldfish? What you trying to say? I'm trying to say, every time I talk to you, you just give me lack. You give me doubt. I don't need that around in my life, fam. Oh, you trying to diss me? No, I'm trying to level you up. But some people, you listen, Noah couldn't bring everybody to the ark. He told everybody the flood was coming, yo, and everybody made fun of him. That's how it is when it comes to our goals. How many people made fun of you and try to pour doubt in your mind because they had a limited mindset and they don't know what it feels like to be with a bigger mindset person? You might be the bigger mindset person in your circle. Get away from any environment, any vibe, any energy, any mindset that thinks smaller than what you're trying to achieve. That is not motivational fluff. That is a fact. The outcomes you have in your life is based on the 5 people you hang around with the most. We've heard that saying, but for real, everything we will get in life, any capability is based on the 5 people we hang out with the most. And if I can't hang around or I can't find fellow sharks or fellow go-getters, I'm going to just go dolo. It's going to be me by myself. I'm not playing games. You cannot play games. If you have a vision in your heart, you have something, a burning desire to get certain things in your life, stop hanging around goldfish if you are a shark. If you're a go-getter, get away from bum thinking, negative thinking, lack of mindset thinking. Man, y'all got me hyped. Let's get to the video, fam.
Proof and a preview of what's to come. You wouldn't have the desire that you have if what you wanted wasn't already yours. You just have to be in alignment with that thing, whether it's more money, a better relationship, or to start your own business. You have to understand that what it is you desire is a preview of what's already yours. This is the universe, higher power, sending you a sign that everything that you've ever desired is on the other side of your fear. Lean back, trust, and realize that you wouldn't have this desire if it wasn't meant for you.
It took me 22 years to realize this. I'm 26 now, so I've been doing this for 4. If you want something, whether it's a person, place, or a thing, all you have to do is become the person that already has it. I'll use myself as an example. Business has been going well and my family's kind of growing a little bit. So to reward myself, I'm going to buy a new truck. Now the old me, and probably still some of y'all, would say, God, I need a new truck. I wish I could afford it. Yeah. Skip that. Wanting, wishing, and hoping doesn't get you anywhere. Instead, I want you to imagine yourself as somebody already with it. What does that look like? It's about attracting versus chasing. Once it feels like yours, it's yours. If it doesn't, you're probably chasing it.
Experience what it is you want to experience in the present moment. Every single technique and process you use to help you manifest or attract what it is you want into your life, don't do it to get anything. You don't do any process or technique to get something or to make something happen. Why? Because the energy you're putting out is one of lack, is one of attachment, and is one of resistance. You are saying that you are unhappy with what is currently going on and you want something to change. You want something to be different. By placing your attention on that unwanted reality, you are creating more of the same. Instead of trying to get something or attract something to change something, figure out what it is you want, have your intention, and then feel as though you have those things in the present moment. And choose to do the processes and techniques that you do to experience your ideal reality in the present moment. It all the present moment. And choose to do the processes and techniques that you do to experience your ideal reality in the present moment. It all comes back to the present moment. Feel as though you have the things you want right now.
There's something to be said for calling things that are not as if they are, calling things that only exist in your imagination into this reality as if they have always existed in this reality. What are the things that you want out of life? This is not the time to be shy. Start calling them out into existence. Call them by their names. Live as if those things already exist for you and feel like they do. When most of us want something or ask life for something, we immediately become tense if we don't see that thing manifest immediately. We're so focused on the lack of that thing, and of course, life always brings us what we're focused on. And in this case, it's more lack of what you want. When things don't happen immediately or on our timeline, we freak out, we give up, we say, it's just not going to happen. A female elephant carries its young for up to 18 to 22 months before giving birth.
Wow.
A human being carries its offspring for 9 months. Dogs carry for 9 weeks, and a chicken 21 days. Everything in the entire universe, both big and small, has its own appointed time.
Everything in the universe, both big and small, has its appointed time. Why are we playing with our gifts? Listen, stop playing with your passions. You really want it bad enough? Like the young man said, use the techniques and the skill sets mentally to set the mental environment and put in the work to get what you want. This requires work. Everything you want requires work. Not hustle culture, work. If I want change, if I want a big show, then I got to do big show habits. If I want to do big things, then I got to have the habit and act as if I'm already doing it. Mentally, I'm already speaking in front of a crowd of people. Mentally, I am currently speaking and nationally, millions of people are watching me. Mentally, I'm there. But what am I doing in the interim? I'm acting as if, and I have the morning motivation show talking to a camera on a morning show. You got to act as if you already have what you want, and you have to move like it. You got to think like it. You got to feel like it. You got to put in the work. Let's get to the comments. Big Kia says, that's why successful people guard who they talk to because of the work they put in. Woo, that's a fact. That's why successful people guard who they talk to because of the work that they put in. We got to be protective of our gifts. Thank you, Kia, for the comment. I'll say this. This is why I'm never scared about somebody trying to steal my idea. Go ahead, steal it. Because what God has for me is for me, hater. What God has for me is for me. You can steal a product, but you can't steal a factory that made it. You heard? You got to have that level of people, old school people call it gumption. You got to have that level of bravado. You got to have that level of, what life has for me, it's for me. You can go ahead and hate from the sidelines. They hated on Noah. He built the ark when they saw banging on that door. Y'all was flooded. I told you. You ain't believing in vision, though. You locked out of it. That's why successful people guard who they talk to because of the work they put in. Thank you, Kia, for that comment. Real talk. Stop playing games with your gifts. Stop playing games with what you want out of life. The reason we have not is because we work not. Don't chase, attract the opportunity. Stop chasing the bumblebees in life like the homie Miss Venus Goddess said. Be the honey. The bumblebees will come into your life. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. About to give me that praise day dance music. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get in your mental space right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, stop playing games. You are talented. You have gifts. You have abilities. Those gifts and abilities aren't inside of you for nothing. Just cut the record on that thought process. Those skills and gifts are not putting you for no reason. You're supposed to be successful. That's the mindset thing. A lot of us have talked ourselves out of what we're supposed to get in life because of our negative thought process, which creates a negative feeling, which creates us acting in a lack mindset, and that's why we're not getting what you want. Listen, stop chasing, attract what you want. This morning, as I end up the show, stop playing games with your success. You deserve more. Your family deserves more. And here's the kicker. Stop playing games with your success because your victories open doors for people in your life that cannot be opened because those doors are assigned for you and you only to open. That's a fact. When my daughter sees me on Mondays and Wednesdays in the morning setting up for this show, setting up for the morning motivation show, I am setting the groundwork with my consistent weekly action of this show to show a child whatever you see in your mind, you can make it happen. So think about it. When I tell you guys what you're doing, your skills, your gifts, your abilities, and your dreams are not just for you, they are for your kids. Are not just for you, they're your family. You're supposed to break open new doors, break open new opportunities. That's what our gifts are here for. It's not about us. It's about the legacy. It's about the example. It's about, if she did it or if he did it, I can do it. Stop chasing opportunities. Attract them. Get in the mindset. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like we do all this time. Thank you for joining the show. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for joining the show. Listen, I'm trying to have big things. Doing big things for the show. You feel what I'm saying? Please, to support my show, subscribe and share my video. Please, if you want to help me build my show, donate Cash App, $KaleafWins. Hey, good morning, what's up? Big shout out to Kia, big shout out to everybody that watched this show. Listen, stop playing games with your gift. Use your dreams. Your dreams are there for a reason. Don't chase opportunities, attract them. We learned how to attract them today. If you have any commentary in this video, please put it in the comments, and I will see you guys most definitely this Wednesday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, TikTok, whatever you see me at. But please, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family, you owe it to your friends to make it happen. The doors you haven't assigned to your life are assigned by you and you only to open. Stop playing games. How long you gonna play games? How long you gonna doubt yourself? How long you gonna stay in the same position? How long you gonna not get what you want out of life? Listen, if you forget everything I say today, you deserve more. Repeat after me. I deserve more. I'm gonna make it happen. And hey, hey, hey. Good morning, what's up? What's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, what's up? Hey. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, what's up? Hey, good morning. Have a great day and start off your day right. You heard, listen, refuse.